Alright, so hello, I am Matthew Punzalan, and today I will be presenting my happiness project. So, first is the positive psychology concept. The first one is gratitude. So, my own personal definition of gratitude is giving people thanks and not expecting anything in return, because that's how I perceive it. Yeah. So, to start my happiness habit, the first step of this would be to, of course, start giving thanks to the people that matter in my life. This includes my close friends, my family, and of course, my girlfriend, my partner. It doesn't have to be like a super big, grandiose thing. It could just be a simple thank you from me that may mean the world to them. Because me personally, if I get a thanks from anyone for something that I didn't know would have an impact on them, I would be happy, you know? Wouldn't be happy like receiving thanks from someone. And of course, I want to give that back to them. Um, however they feel or react about it, I'll just keep doing it because I don't really express myself that often to them. So it might catch them off guard. So if they feel a bit weird about it at the start, I'll keep doing it because they'll get used to it. I just want them. I just want to show them how much they mean to me, even though to me it's just a small gesture. To them, it could mean the world. It could make their day. You know, it could yeah, it could make their day and make them happier in the long run. So the next step is related to the first, but instead of just saying thanks, I'll start giving them tokens of appreciation to show my gratitude. This will not happen often, of course, because if it did, it might lose its meaning. Because if I kept doing it, it won't feel as special. But I'll I want to show them my appreciation in this way. Just giving them a token. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be much. Also, it doesn't have to be little. It's just something in the middle that can show my appreciation and gratitude for them. An example of this would be food because everyone loves food. And since everyone eats, by giving them food, I feel that it would make them happy because I made it myself and this is something that I am passionate about. I am passionate about cooking and well, they know that. So I want to show them my gratitude by pouring my time and effort into making them something delicious, comforting that they can enjoy. And it's just something I made. I don't expect anything in return, but I just, well, I expect them. I wouldn't say I expect them, but I want them to be happy. So I don't expect any like physical, like any physical things in return, like gifts or whatnot, like material things. I don't expect material things in return, but I just want them to be happy. The last step I would do would be to show my gratitude to people that I may not be close to. These are people in my life that I rarely, if ever, give thanks to. You know, they might have had a small impact in my life, but nonetheless, I still want to give them thanks if I run into them. Like these may be acquaintances that I see often or friends that I have not talked to for a while. It's just something I want to do to step out of my comfort zone and, just spread positivity and keep myself happy, I guess, in the process because I feel like if I give them my gratitude, I'll feel happy because I was able to tell them how I felt and how much they, even though it's a small impact in my life, they still made an impact in a positive way. All right, so the next positive psychology concept that I would like to talk about for my happiness project would be motivation. So, my own personal definition of motivation would be something that keeps you moving towards a certain goal. So, in line with this theme, the first step in my happiness project would be to start slowly moving around. Yes, moving around. I feel as if I have not been able to simply like move around as much, like walk around. Besides commuting, of course, like walk around my subdivision or around Katipunan near where I live, because I've been stuck doing schoolwork and requirements, and of course, I've been I've been just doing requirements, you know. However, now that I've found a way to manage my time properly and find ample time to walk, I've been able to fit it in my schedule. Yes, this is something that I am currently doing to improve my, physical health and of course my mental health. I just love walking around and just observing things that I see when I walk around. It's just something, I guess, weird about myself, but it makes me happy to observe everything around me and feel as if I'm in my own world. It sounds kind of weird, but it just makes me feel good. And of course, at the same time, keep myself fit, as this is something that I don't feel myself to be an exercise, but it is. It's a great form of exercise because for me, this is just something leisurely, but it also helps me move and stay in shape because you wouldn't know. I mean, personally, I don't feel like I walk 10,000 steps or more, but I do. To me, it just feels like something that it's nothing to me. It's like something I enjoy. So it doesn't feel like a workout, but more of something that I love doing. In line with working out, the next step would be to start taking care of my physical health and actually start working out, but not make it feel like a chore. My goals are both intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic in the sense that I just want to be happy. Extrinsic in the sense that I want to look good, especially like, because it's summer. But intrinsically, I just want to reach my goal weight of 180 pounds. I'm currently at 197. So yeah, it's in line with the first step because I've become more motivated to work out and I've been doing that. Hence, I'll work out more. And I've already found the rhythm since I started walking. And I don't have a definite end date of when I want to reach this goal, and I certainly don't want to rush it, but I have a clear end goal in mind. And at the moment, and it would motivate me to move more and do more than what I usually do. So the final step of this would be hypothetically when I reach my end goal, beyond beyond reaching 180 pounds, just to move forward and build a better physique than what I have or what I will have. This is paired, of course, with proper diet and exercise. You won't be able to lose weight or gain weight without being in a calorie deficit or a calorie surplus. In my case, I will be in a caloric deficit. And this would benefit me not only but by being healthy, but motivate me to become the best version of myself that I can be. I can reach my full physical potential in time, it's in the future. But for now, these little steps rather, will help me go to my goals. It'll slowly guide me towards my goals. These steps not only can help me in the physical aspect, but in every other aspect of my life where I feel needs motivation. These steps, even though they make me happy, like these are just stuff I planned out, I can also use these steps to motivate me in other aspects of my life that I feel like I need motivation in. All right, so now moving on. This is the happiness project that I would like to help someone that I know with. So this person is Bry, and he is a very close friend of mine, and I want to help him personally with this, and this is the happiness project that I have for him, that I have planned out. So, the first positive psychology concept that I would like to help him with would be with his self esteem. So, my own personal definition of self esteem is positively believing in yourself. So, you know, just believing in yourself. So, the first and most important step that I would want to do for my happiness habit for him is to help him start believing in himself more often. He's someone who most of the time won't believe in himself to the point where it's affected his activities in life, you know. He doesn't really believe himself. He doesn't believe that he can do things. But, you know, personally, I know he can do much more than what he believes. I want to help him like start believing in himself little by little to help raise his self-esteem. It can be, you know, little things such as complimenting him, like telling him he did a good job, or even just like motivating him to do more than what he can do, because he himself, all right, is already capable of going beyond the limits he set for himself. As his friend, I can say that even though he doesn't believe in himself, he can do much more. He has proven it to me and to my other friends that he's a very special and talented person, but he just needs more self-esteem in his life. He's quite a negative person, I would say. Of course, he would just laugh it off as a joke, but you know, some of these things he believes. But for me as his friend, I know he can do more than what he believes in. So the next step I would do to help him out would be, you know, to write down his goals, his insecurities, and his strengths. This will help him see first with his goals what he wants to do in life. Next, his insecurities, what he doesn't feel good about, and his strengths, what he feels good about. I believe that using this method, we can start having a concrete plan to start doing what he wants to do, which is, you know, make great artworks. And why he feels he may not be able to do well, like his insecurities, we can help improve on those and make them, you know, his strengths, as well as, you know, his actual strengths, what he does exceptionally well. By writing these down, he can see what he is capable of doing and going beyond what he has set his, well, negative mind to. I can motivate him in a way to see the best version of himself and help him be the best version of himself, while in the process, you know, helping him believe in himself more and more, and more than what he believes his insecurities are. I mean, we all have insecurities, but you know, we can improve upon them and, you know, help believe in ourselves a little bit. We can improve in the things he is weak at, and of course, you know, make them his strengths, and ultimately have the self-esteem to do much, much more than what he believes he can do. So the next positive psychology concept that I would like to bestow upon him, I'm not sure how to say this, but to put on him, is optimism. So my personal definition of optimism is looking at the positive aspects of life. So the first step in my happiness habit for him is, of course, to help him look at the positive aspects of his life instead of the negative, which he would always prefer to see. This is something I don't like seeing, and I want to point out. He uses self-deprecation as his go-to form of humor. I mean, you know, sometimes it's funny, but most of the time it's like, man, I know this is negative, you can look at the positive things in your life. Like, as his friend, I've noticed that this seems to be the case. Like, more and more, he does this. But yeah, I just want him to see the good things in his life that he can be happy about. Like, instead of looking at the negatives, he can look at the positives. It's very simple, but you know, I can help him do that. Like, he can look at things such as him spending time with his friends, like me and my other friends, or being with his beloved dog. Like, he can look at those things and be like, wow, that makes me happy and makes him happy. Just showing him these things could help him look at his life from a different, more positive perspective. And the next step would be to help him look at the future in a more optimistic sense. He does not see a good future ahead of him because he lacks confidence. However, if I show him how good this future could be when he finds a good job and makes a good amount of money, he may be comforted by that thought. Though this is just like one example. Another example would be that once he graduates college, he could live out his life alone, like he's always wanted, live a life of independence away from his parents. As his friend, I know what great things he is capable of and what I want. And I want to show him a more positive side to his current present and then his future, because he deserves only the best. Thank you.